Another morning commute, another vlog. Gonna brain dump some thoughts on y'all this morning. Okay, so got some more thoughts for you this morning. Gonna get a little bit technical with you guys here regarding meta ads and the state of what we're seeing. And I'll probably make another separate video about this because there's gonna be some tactical things I wanna show you kind of in Meta Business Manager, how we're setting things up. But we're seeing a shift away from a lot of different campaign types, dynamic retargeting ad campaigns in the Meta Business Manager backend. And we're kind of trying to consolidate and condense all of those campaigns into wide open, broad targeting, where the emphasis is on the creative. And this has been really interesting because we used to have lots of different types of campaigns running simultaneously for one common goal and objective. Like, let's say we're selling, products for an e-commerce store. There might be sweatshirts, hats, t-shirts, maybe those 3 different product types. For each one of those products, we might have 3 to 4 different campaigns that are set up for cold targeting. We'll probably have 1 to 2 bottom of funnel and retargeting campaigns per kind of product type that we're trying to sell. So if you think about, 6, maybe 7 different campaigns per product, if we're running those 3 products, we're probably dealing with 20, 24, maybe 30 different campaign types at a time. And it made the dashboard very clunky, a little bit tough to navigate. And, what we're doing now is we're consolidating all of those campaigns into one campaign. And we're seeing that the performance has been going pretty well. As well as, the state of the ads where it currently sits, everything is shifting towards wide open, broad targeting and just testing different ad creatives for the ad set themselves, which has been really interesting going back to it, seeing this shift. So anyways, there's some thoughts on the morning commute. I'll probably make another video about that just so you guys can see kind of tactically and technically what we're doing in the back end there, clicks wise. Regarding TikTok, where does TikTok come into play with this? Well, depending on the product, TikTok might be able to generate some conversions for you consistently on TikTok ads. And I'm saying depending on the product. We're seeing that a lot of, women, clothing, baby products are the products that are consistently selling right now on TikTok. Any type of, book call, schedule an appointment, lead type funnels or coaching offers, not as much. And, I don't know why that is, but people just are going to TikTok and they're willing to purchase products, willing to purchase e-commerce products, but they're maybe not wanting to leave. They're not probably getting long-form educational content on TikTok yet. So I think YouTube still is a really good angle for that. Meta, of course, is probably the king. If you're running a high-ticket, coaching offer, coaching deal, trying to book calls, book appointments, sales calls, Meta and YouTube probably the way to go there, with some obviously Google stuff on pay-per-click campaigns, retargeting. So anyways, that's kind of what we're seeing there. But if you do have an e-commerce product that's, there's probably some interesting things that you could test and see if, hey, TikTok might be able to generate consistent conversions. Regardless, though, TikTok could be used for your creative testing. So if you want a rapid creative test, use TikTok because the CPMs are so much more affordable than on Meta currently. So that might be something to test with. Anyways, just rolled up to the office. Got a big day. Got a couple really important meetings and sales calls. Hopefully landing some big clients today. I've been kind of nurturing these people over the last 3 weeks. Actually, 3 weeks for one of the clients. The other clients I've kind of been working on over the last 2 weeks. So hopefully we can get some sales across the finish line. Obviously going to be shooting a lot of content today. I got a lot of things on my plate that I've got to do, wrapping up a funnel that we're building. And we're going to be turning on a bunch of ads for Syndicate for some lead gen stuff. So lots of stuff to do. Let's get into it. On the way home, wrapping up the day here. Listen, not my greatest effort, especially the vlog. Just was slammed all day, had so much to do. Wasn't the most productive day I've ever had either. I feel like I kind of got pulled into a ton of different directions all over the place. And you know what? Sometimes that happens. It's okay. definitely need to have a better day tomorrow. I need to be much more productive. I've got so much crap that I've got to get done. So, you know what happens? Sometimes you just go home at the end of the day and you're like, I felt like I was so freaking slammed all day long. Like I was working all day, and then we really think about it, it's like, man, maybe I didn't get as much done as I probably should have. All those tasks, all those, you know, big bullet points I had planned to do, I didn't quite get them done. And it is what it is. Like I say, it happens. So tomorrow I've got to be productive. Overall, the positives from today were that had a couple good client calls. We've got, once again, those proposals that are still out there. I went to meet with a potential prospect. It was the second time that I've been to their office, feeling very confident that they will sign the agreement with us. They're an e-commerce company, pretty large. They own two e-commerce companies that are kind of semi-related, so it's a little bit of a 2-for-1, which is cool, which is also great. So hopefully we can land that deal, get that over the finish line. Love working with e-commerce clients, and the more that I work with e-commerce clients, the more I'm thinking that that's probably going to be a little bit more of a niche for us, a little bit more of a niche down for the agency, instead of working kind of with a lot of other people, even small business owners. We probably are going to start to niche down, focusing on e-commerce. And the reason why is because, well, as a marketing agency, you know, we service clients and are largely performance based, and it's much easier to track profit, track revenue, track return on your ad spend with an e-commerce client, especially kind of low ticket e-commerce, than it is for somebody who's generating leads. And there's a lot of things that are maybe outside of your control as a marketer. So like things like the sales process, and you know, how they're following up, and are they actually reporting on and tracking all of the revenue in the CRM accordingly. All those things are really tough. And which brings me to a point here, is if you are trying to generate sales and through leads and lead gen, and maybe you're not selling something per se online, maybe it's more of a service, or if you are a brick and mortar business, that's something to consider. Are you being pretty transparent in your reporting and in your tracking? Are you actually making sure that your salespeople are tracking and reporting on where your leads are coming from? And are they tracking all of the closed revenue in your CRM? Now, as crazy as that might sound, that's something that a lot of people don't do. And I've talked to a lot of business owners that don't do that frequently. It creates a lot of problems, because if you're not tracking those things consistently, you can't actually show where the revenue came from. You can't show where the lead came from, and you can't attribute it to a marketing campaign or a marketing effort. Could be something as simple as, hey, where did you hear about us? Or if you are coming through an ad, making sure that you're sending all of that ad traffic with UTM parameters, and even assigning specific landing page leads into a specific tag in your CRM, so you know all of the revenue was coming from that one campaign. And of course, it's easy to see what the KPIs were on spend, etc. So trying to keep your data segmented as it relates to your marketing and as it relates to your revenue is really important, because if you're not doing that, once again, how can you optimize? That which is not measured can't be improved. And that which can't be improved, what's the point? If you can't improve something, what's the point of even trying? You can't. So some food for thought there. Another good thing that happened today was had a little bit of a good conversation with my video editor, talking through how to make the vlog a little bit better. So hopefully, if you are watching this, you're like, this guy sucks, you give me another shot, because this is a work in progress. We're figuring it out as we go. And of course, this is hopefully going to get better and better and better over time. And I just know I'm going to be looking back on these vlogs, these early vlogs that I'm doing here, you know, maybe 5-10 years from now, and just absolutely cringe, thinking, man, I had no idea what I was doing, and it was exactly that, just cringy. Hopefully I get there. So with that being said, not my best effort today, but you know what? I'm going to pick myself up, dust it off. We're going to hit it hard tomorrow, and that's what it's all about. Keep on swinging, keep on trying, keep on hustling. Some days you grind, some days you crush, some days you make it happen, some days you feel like you failed. But at the end of the day, that's the life of an entrepreneur. And you know, I did see an interesting quote today by the CEO of, what was that chip company? NVIDIA, the NVIDIA chip guy. Forget what his name is. Jeremy Wang, I think is his name. But he was in an interview and somebody asked him, hey, if you were to do it all over again, what type of a business would you start? Would you start NVIDIA chips? He said, absolutely not. I would not start NVIDIA. In fact, I wouldn't start a business at all because I have no idea the mental trauma that I was getting myself into and how hard it is. Just how hard it is to be a business owner. And I thought that was pretty interesting because isn't the point of life to do things that are hard? This is coming from somebody, though, that has a lot more experience. I don't know exactly what he's been through. So, you know, hats off to him for building a multi-billion dollar business. Hopefully someday I get there. But I thought it was kind of interesting. I actually really disagreed with him. I'm not saying that being a business owner isn't hard, but I think that the more you do hard things, the more you find fulfillment. The more you find fulfillment, the more joy and happiness I think you have in your life. So with that being said, pulling into the garage here. See you guys tomorrow.